Good afternoon all, Richard Fiske and welcome to my channel. Thanks for dropping by. If you like this, please remember to subscribe as always and like. So this video is not the planned video I had. I crashed my drone at the weekend. I was flying up in the mountains. Stupidly ran out of battery power because I was trying to go for the extra shot, extra minute of flight. Didn't have a full battery to start with and effectively the drone was flying back but crashed into the olive grove in the mountainside below me. I thought what I'd do is I would make this video to show you 3 easy steps to find your drone after it's been crashed, because it will happen. Okay, but first let's see some crashes. These are 3 of mine. The third one is the one I did at the weekend into the olive grove. Okay, the first and the best way of finding a crashed drone, go on to the app. At the top right you've got 3 bars, click on that. On the drop down menu you have Find My Drone. Press that. It will bring up a map of the last known coordinates of the drone. The drone is in red and the other little arrow at the other end of that green line is me. If you orientate yourself around, you see that blue image where I am, that actually moves around, so you can orientate yourself in what direction you need to walk or drive, etc., to where the drone is. If you look on the information on there on the map, you can actually change from the satellite map. You look on the bottom left, change that to standard and various other features as normal. More interestingly, on the bottom right there is the little camera. If you're still connected to the drone and the drone has battery, if you click on that, it will actually bring up an image of what the drone is seeing. So this can be really useful if, for instance, it's crashed and it's up a tree. You can see that. If it's on the ground, it's on the ground. If it's next to a building or next to a bush or whatever, you can actually see what that's seeing. So it'll give you an indication of what the drone is seeing and maybe give you help on locating it. If you click on the drone, at the bottom of the screen, click on the red drone, bottom of the screen you've actually got GPS coordinates of its last known location, which will be useful if you can't actually get to the drone that day or whatever. You can save those coordinates. Above that there's a second option. This is really good if you're next to the drone, can't quite see it, it's covered by bushes or whatever. If you press that, it will actually set off a bleeping noise, electronic beeping noise of the drone, and it also sets off the LED lights, which can be useful obviously if you're struggling looking for your drone at dusk or night time. So that's probably the best way of finding your drone immediately. Pinch in, pinch out, I think I've said before, but again that's very useful. Another way actually in the DJI app, pinch again on the 3 lines at the top. That will bring up a flight record, third one down. This gives information on the drone and all your flights, which I didn't realize was there. Third one down is the actual crash drone log. On this you'll see again the map and the flight, what actually happened. So all the information at the top, battery power, etc., distance away, height, etc. Along the bottom you can see a little controller symbol. If you click on that, it brings up the little controllers and you can play through this and it will actually tell you what actually happened, and scroll through and you can see the battery power and where the drone flew, etc. But more importantly, if you scroll through to the end, you can actually see where, and pinch again with your fingers, you can actually see where I was in the green at a home point and where the drone is actually flying. And again you've got the option of doing the maps on here, changing it to satellite, which could again be useful. So there it is, it's finished, it's crashed after 6 minutes. So I can see if I walk from where I am down the cliff or down the slope, I can see it's next to that little track. next to a tree, and there's probably an even bigger tree there as well. So again, this is brilliant information. Okay, and the last tip as well, this is also very good. If you go into your phone, go into the cache video images the drone sent, you will see the last images before it hit the ground. I was actually on this hairpin bend up the mountain. If you click on the video and scroll through to the end, you can see its last moments, and on here you get an idea. Maybe, like for instance, on the ground there seems to be like an orange pipe or something, and it crashed just above that. So if you scroll backwards and forwards, I can see there's a big tree there, and it crashed to the left of that, and it was right next to another smaller tree. And I can see where I am in relation to where the drone ended up. I'm up the top of that mountain there. So I'll get an idea of where I can walk down to. So that again is a very good, useful tip on looking at its last moments and realizing where it was. And that will help you find it. And I'll leave you with that image there, and hopefully it will inspire you to not panic and go and look for your drone and have confidence you can get it back.